What is up, guys? My name is Mark McIntyre, and my Instagram accounts are markmcintyre.nutrition. That's MarkMcIntyre.nutrition, and the AOCS project. AOCS is a vision, it's my philosophy, and it will go wherever I go from now on. It's an acronym for the ability to overcome and conquer shit. We all have the ability to create this vision, and it's up to each and every one of you to decide whether you want to bring it to life or not. Eventually, supplements, apparel, nutritional plans, and training facilities will start to shape this vision. My 75 Hard program was completed today, December 1st, 2019. For those who don't know, 75 Hard is a program created by Andy Frisella, who is the owner of First Form, a multi-million-dollar company, and he created the program as a mirror to the principles and disciplines he had used through 17 plus years to get to where he is and become as successful as he has in his businesses today. It consists of a nutritional diet plan with 0 cheat meals and 0 alcohol for 75 days straight. 2 workouts per day, one of them have to be outside, rain or shine or snow, and each have to be a minimum of 45 minutes for 75 days. Read 10 pages in a business book or personal development book each day for 75 days. You have to drink a gallon of water each day for 75 days. And you have to take a progression picture every single day for 75 days. And this seems to be the one that almost got me like 3 times because I tend to forget things. So I simply moved that to being the very, very first thing I did when I woke up every single day. Simply put, this program is about completing multiple hard tasks that you do not want to do every single day for 75 days, and you will train and reshape your mind to become relentless. This is my testimonial. My hope is that someone will take the time to read and listen to this audio-only YouTube video. For even just one person can change the world from a positive action, with a positive mind, which stems from hard work. It started to change for me in 2017 when I took the ISSA nutritional certification. I did this because I suffered from hundreds of precancerous colon polyps and have had 4 shoulder surgeries that would continually hassle me. I wanted to better my health, which I knew could benefit my performance. It took a few months of discipline and willingness to learn to accomplish all the tasks and eventually complete becoming an ISSA sports nutrition specialist. I was sick of the depression. You see, I own my own paintless stent repair company and have now for almost 10 years, where it's 6 months nose to the grindstone, traveling across the country and even around the world at times, and 6 months slow in the winter usually. I was getting what I thought was the winter blues, but was actually much worse. I was suffering from depression, from not doing anything, not moving forward, no progression. When we aren't moving forwards, we are only moving backwards. I hated this feeling, and I wanted or needed a big change. Through continual self-education within YouTube videos, podcasts, scientific studies, etc., I started to simply become obsessed with nutrition and fitness. Upon, I believe, my 10th colonoscopy at age 28, 2 years ago, just after learning more on nutrition and cleaning up my diet, I was completely clean with 0 polyps, which hadn't been the case since I was 19 years old. This is when I knew I found my passion. I love the concept of teaching through experience, so I decided to take a holistic, balanced approach, 80% plant-based, with quality nutrient-dense meats for adequate protein intake, and implement an intermittent fasting style last winter for 3 months. The discipline of macronutrient-specific ratios and micronutrients led to extraordinary results, dropping my body fat below 8% from 13%, all while adding 4% muscle mass in the process. This is the look that most people would love to achieve. When my main business of dent repair started picking back up, and we were putting down some long-hour days, this vision slowly simmered out towards August-September timeframe. Lack of sleep and drinking started to cause diminishing returns even when I was still training. I found myself going into a shell, once being a good socializer and now not wanting any part of it. Telling my wife I'd rather be on deals where I didn't have to talk with anyone anymore, but rather just put my head down and work physically rather than mentally, which in my business and probably any business equates to significantly more money, working smarter, not harder, so to speak. There was a problem, and I needed to fix it ASAP. I learned of 75 Hard through the MFCEO Project podcast, which was brought to my attention by a good friend living in Colorado. After listening to Iron Cowboy James Lawrence on the podcast, I found it astonishing what he accomplished. When Andy created 75 Hard shortly after, and I listened to that podcast on the program specifically, I knew it was something I had to take on immediately and started right away without thinking of all the struggles that would present themselves through 75 days. From working long hours to vacations, anniversaries, birthdays, family trips, hunting camp, and Thanksgiving, there were so many obstacles in my way, and I thought, well, I'm sure by this point in the program, I'll just be that much stronger mentally, so let's go. Jumped in headfirst with an overachiever attitude and didn't look back, just kept smashing through each and every obstacle in my way. I would get up every single day and before anything, take my progress picture and drink an 8-ounce glass of water in addition to the gallon I was supposed to drink. This would get me going. I also had the coffee preset the night before for about 40 days. Eventually, I ended up cutting coffee out completely, so I didn't need to worry about it anymore. Constant nagging IT band knee pain that was totally discouraging at times. It probably would have made some people completely stop to heal. I just told myself, you know what? Go one more day and see if it gets better. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten fully better. Even today on day 75, it's hurting me. Not much rest will eventually take a small toll on the body. But again, the mind can move through substantial barriers. I continued to move forward every single day, no matter how discouraging that was, because I knew it was about completing and showing up. Even if I walked with a weight vest or fast walked for an outside workout, it got done. You know, if I couldn't walk, I would do push-ups. If I couldn't do push-ups, I would do sit-ups. And if I couldn't do all three, I'd probably be dead, so it didn't matter. With that said, I did put in over a few hundred running miles in this program, about 25 to 35 miles per week towards the end. And before this program, I hadn't even ran a mile. I cut my 5K time almost in half, from 33 minutes to 19:28, which a 5K is 3.1 miles, for those wondering. I moved workouts around to do my reading in both workouts from 4 to 7 a.m. sometimes. And this was all rain, snow, or shine, warm or freezing. I moved things around to do them all at night other times. I drove 12 hours, 6 states away to my wife's parents' house for planned vacation, got out of the truck and did my workout, went straight to reading, almost falling asleep, and then my second workout. I'd seen it all in the last 75 days. I simply did whatever it took, even though it sucked, because I knew the reward from this program was going to be so great. I understood and visualized it daily, not ever getting too far ahead of myself. And let me just say, my wife is pregnant with our second child, and she has been craving the best stuff all around, like BLTs, garlic bread, banana bread, cinnamon rolls. My daughter, who's 2, loves pizza. So this was all very tough to stay disciplined, even though I'm usually pretty good and dialed in on nutrition. I could not have done it without all her help and sacrifice with our daughter during this time. Day 60 to 75 or so, I was like a pregnant woman with cravings myself. I mean, it was ridiculous. I feared failure because it was a slippery slope. If you fail, most people use that as an excuse to stop completely and can't build back up the inspiration inside to keep moving forward. They potentially go backwards because what you do is actually your reflection, so you feel like a failure. If anyone was to miss a step and have to start over, I'd say fix your mistake immediately and press on. The sooner, the better. This goes for all aspects of life too. It's not failure until you stop completely. I can finally tell you the reward has no words to describe. I read 5 books in 75 days, which is more than I have read in a full year of my entire existence of 30 years. This program overall was the hardest, most mentally taxing thing I have done. It has changed my entire life by altering my mindset forever. I will continue to use this discipline I have created in all areas of my life from here on out for the rest of my life. I was losing self-value slowly and miserably, and now I'm valuable, period. I'm humbled immensely and grateful for the opportunity. A program that rewires your brain to do the things you don't want to do every single day for 75 days. Genius. I now understand what I have. I know what it takes. I just recertified as a badass in my head. Are you ready to do the same? We cannot force change. We can only inspire change. It's only the beginning for me. I have much more planned. Simply put, let's fucking go. And most importantly, thank you, Andy.